Good evening, folks. How are we all going? Welcome to Wobbly Player Syndrome, episode 82, a podcast about 40k. I know you're excited because you're here. Thank you for that. We have the full house tonight. That's exciting because we're going to do a year in review. We do have Radio Mike.
Hey.
We have Safe for Work Mark.
Hey, everybody.
We've got Adam.
Hello.
And do you remember this guy? It's been a while for a while. He's been a while for a while? How are you going a while? We have Anthony coming back to tell us how his year in the hobby went. So
good evening, all.
We're just going to give him the mic and we're going to sit back and let him tell the story.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know if I could
Listen.
have that much Blood Angel talk. I don't think I could do that.
Custodies.
I am the host, Greg. Welcome one and all. How is everyone? Excited? End of the year? Christmas nuts or end of year craziness? What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Just running down the clock, really. 2024 can bite me.
One day of work to go. Woo!
Well, I think I've verified that you can see my house from space.
Oh, nice. The
Again
new
this
lights
year.
are up again. Yep.
Yes.
I'd give out your address, but you don't need to. Just Google space and you'll be fine.
Close to it.
How did your days go today, Greg?
I know where you're going. It has to wait till tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. There'll be
Wait,
some
you come to the
news.
gym with me tomorrow.
There'll be some news later this week for people if they're interested, but that's fine. So yes, had to wait one more day, unfortunately. Yes, but we do go to the gym today, and I'm very sore.
Greg will be at the gym tomorrow morning with me. That's the good news.
Fuck no.
That sounds like a terrible plan.
Actually, if I wasn't working, I'd probably go down and stand outside with my bacon and egg McMuffin and coffee and just laugh at it.
I'm going to do that on the way home tomorrow.
Just smear it on the glass. I do love how it's next to Pizza Hut, our gym. So when they start
Friday.
cooking in the afternoons, it's usually the Friday afternoons. It just wafts through the whole gym.
Straight up. And halfway last thing is he looks at me and goes, "What are you doing?" I'm ordering dinner.
Yeah.
That used to actually be kind of our thing when I was in high school. We would go to the gym and then we would swing by the kebab joint on the way home.
Yeah, I work hard, I sweat, and then I go over to the bottle. So, I got to get the fluids back up, right? That is right in my face. That's awesome. So, folks, this is called What Have You Done For Me Lately, GW. It is looking in the year that was. We're going to evaluate Games Workshop and see if they did a good job, bad job, or an indifferent job. We're going to talk about some of the models they released and some of the things we were hoping were released. Normally we also talk about our predictions from January, but we forgot because we're old. So we will move on and make it up as we go. That's fine. We got someone just ran off, so we're going to talk. So normally we talk about new releases. We're going to change it up this time because it is the end of the year. We're going to talk about the releases that GW made for 40k this entire year. So I'm going to hit a button. Hopefully it works, and see.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
See what happens. Cool, it works. So there is a reel for all the podcast listeners. It's all right. Use Braille. You'll be fine. They're showing all the models that were released for 40k this year. It was quite a range. I did work it out, didn't I? 43 new kits for 40k and 9 new codexes as well. So there was actually a lot released. What do we feel, folks? Was it a good year of releases? Let's ask the Blood Angel player last, and we'll ask the Dark Angel player first.
I mean, look, it was pretty good for it to be a Dark Angel. We got some sick models. We got new knights. We got the companions who were sick. We got the new Asmodai model. The new Belial model is better than the old Belial model. But yeah, just in general, I'm kind of surprised to hear you say 9 codexes.
I know, right?
When there isn't a lot of models for most of those armies.
Yeah. So So I did my research. Yes, sometimes I do that for this podcast. It's for you listeners. And I was actually quite surprised to see there was 9 released this year. Holy, what? Plus Pariah Nexus was also released this year. So there were some other things that were done. We'll talk about the good and the bad models after our short break. We'll just talk about in general what was released and stuff like that. I think there's a variety of hit and misses, in my opinion. And it's good to see the film has just stopped. No, it's back up. It's all right. It's running. Don't panic. So 9 codexes. Can you name them?
I'm going to call them all Mark.
Well done. Well done.
I know of 2.
Yeah.
3. So Tau,
Yeah.
Chaos Space Marines, and he who is going to be talking last. We'll turn off your camera. So there's 3 I know of.
So yeah, Tau.
Agents came out.
Agents, yeah, so there's 4.
Did the Sisters Codex come out? It did, didn't it? 'Cause it came out with the army box.
Yep, and I got one new model, a jumpy lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have 2 if you count the chick with the weird sword.
Oh, that was
She's
a
not in the
special.
codex.
And she's not a
Not the
codex.
at all. Yeah, which is really
That's true.
disappointing. Yeah.
But that's like
2, 3, 4,
why
5.
it
That's
feels
5.
weird that there's 9 codexes, because a lot of those models, a lot of those codexes got like
You
one
should
new
voice-
model.
Because people on the podcast can't hear your book.
I know, I'm just holding it while Michael's talking. But yeah, the Custodes.
Custodes, yeah, that's 6.
Yeah. Blood Angels.
We got the Gene Stealer Cultists because they got 1 model.
Imperial Agents. Got a codex.
Yeah, we got them.
And no new additions.
Orcs?
We're
Did the
ripped
Orcs?
off.
Orcs
Was
the
the
other
Orcs
one.
this
Yeah,
year?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more.
Dallas Knights.
Nope.
See what you
What
mean
was
about that
The
sword.
last one.
Thousand
I mean,
Suns?
we've obviously already said
Nope.
Dark Angels.
We didn't say Dark Angels. No one actually
Oh, okay,
said
I
Dark
thought-
Angels. That was the last one.
I just felt that the Dark Angels was implied.
So there you
I've
go.
already
So that were the
broken my
9
rule.
books. Sorry?
I've already broken my rule of buying only 3 new codexes each edition.
Well, so let's focus on the codex for a moment, because that's 9 new codexes. The last one was the Blood Angels codex, and that was released November?
Yes.
Yeah. No, October.
Yeah.
No, it was on October.
It was October.
Yeah, I got it before my.
Oh, that can't be right.
Yeah.
It can't have come out in October.
It came out in October. Yeah,
If I pumped it all.
because the Orcs came out. Yeah, I can't say Eldari April because that didn't work.
That's
Anyway.
why the new captain has such pronounced chest plates, because he came out in October.
Yes, yes. So that's
Orcs,
9.
only purple orcs come out in October.
Yes, right behind you. So 9 codexes, and then it said after the Blood Angels that no more codexes for the rest of the year. I just wanna-
Yeah, that was a decision.
Yeah. So I have a few armies. I got 1 codex out of those few armies with the Space Marines. That's it. So
But that was the year before.
yeah, that was the year before.
Yeah.
So my opinion of if they've released enough codexes this year is no.
I think 9 in a year is a pretty good run. Like, you know, it's not 1 a month, but it's close.
We are
Um,
2.5 years into episode 10, 10th edition, and still.
Are we?
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, I know, right?
When's the
That means we're due for 11th.
Yeah, and half the codexes
Aren't they
still
running,
aren't
like-
released.
Aren't they running like fucking 3-year cycles?
Yeah, no seasons, 3-year seasons. Remember?
Well, see, that's
Yeah.
that's why I said new edition incoming when Imperial Agents dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
You got Emperor's Children
I mean-
that's been hinted for a very long time.
Yeah, they're coming out next year.
Yeah.
The Guard are finally getting a codex next year.
Eldari, the new models look amazing, but we don't care about Eldari. Didn't Grey Knights get... Was that Grey Knights this year?
No.
Or last year?
Grey Knights have not
No,
had a
Grey
codex
Knights don't.
yet.
No Death Guard, no Thousand Suns. No Chaos Knights. Imperial Knights are getting a book, but no mention of Chaos Knights. No
I reckon
Drukhari.
they'll probably chance of having the same book.
Technically,
Yeah.
you've got 2 codexes. You've got AdMech as well.
No, I
But you
don't.
haven't got
The
the book.
studio's got AdMech. But, well, that's the other part, is the AdMech codex, because of all the changes that was being done to AdMech, is worthless. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
none of the
So
stats inside of it works.
I mean, the Mechanicus one came out in 2023, January,
Yeah.
and this is what only came out 4 months ago, and it's already unusable.
It's
Oh,
not
God.
2.5 years, man.
Isn't it?
Like, no, because the Tyrannid Codex came out in September 23. It came out last year. That's just over a year ago.
That was one of the
18
first
months.
ones.
It was the first one.
It was the first one. It's not 2.5 years. Who
Yeah.
told me that? Made you panic, though.
No, it's not even. It's not even 18 months, man.
Yeah, it's
No, that can't be
2023.
right.
Yeah.
That can't be
Time
right. It's been
is a
longer.
son of a
Oh my
bitch.
God.
Time is the fire in which we all burn, man.
I blame that disease that shut down the world. Since then, I haven't been able to tell what day it is, what time it is. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
this
10th
shit.
dropped in June last year.
Yeah,
See, that's what I said. 2.5 years if you take my leap year.
June last year. It's
this shit is why
Dude.
I've got like a file on my desktop listing when all the codexes came
Alright,
out.
so when I said 2.5, I meant 1.5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
that's
can't
what
do-
threw me. I was like, 2.5 is the
Yeah.
cycle. Like,
So-
Hang
So 18
on.
months.
We got what, a couple of codexes last year, and we've got
4
9
last year.
this year.
Yeah.
4. So we've got 13 codexes in 18 months.
in 18 months.
Yeah, that
That
means
is a
there
pretty
is
good
5
release
months
cadence.
with no
That's not
codex.
terrible. Yeah.
5 months.
I think it's hard to argue
No,
that
I'm
that's
doing a
not
good job, thank you.
Like, I mean, you might not have the codexes that you want,
Yeah.
but you couldn't argue that they're not like getting on with it.
Well, I can.
So,
I
I mean-
did. So.
Based on that, you know, if we've got 9 that we know, we got 9 this year.
Yep.
We got 4 last year.
Yep.
They've told us 4 that are coming out next year,
Yep.
which leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 codexes that are not on the roadmap at all.
And I need 4
we
of
can,
those.
and based on this year, at least another 5 codexes will drop next year.
Yeah, which
Assuming
means
they keep it up.
yeah, if they do the same rate they've done this year, there'll still be three groups who haven't got their codex by the end of next year.
Yep.
Militarum or one of them. Eldari with you.
No, they'll get in there. They're the first
The
line.
roadmap is Astra Militarum, Eldari, Imperial Knights, and they've confirmed Emperor's Children next year,
Correct.
I believe.
I think that's the 4th
Those are the
one.
only ones I've seen confirmed for next year.
No War
I
Leaders,
wonder
no
if they're
Death
going
Guard,
to
no
roll
Thousand
some of
Sons,
these
no
together.
Chaos Knights. So,
Well,
that's-
Codex Demons and Chaos Space Marines are going to go together. That's-
Yeah,
we
so
talked about
you
that, yeah. But they
Yeah,
better
so
bring
you
out
may
an
see-
Agents of Chaos book to have that, like an Agents Imperium one.
Well, yeah, Chaos Marines has already come out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, Agents of Chaos, wasn't that something we were wanting?
Yeah,
That
we
was something
discussed
that we were talking about.
Yeah, we did discuss that because that would work out because that's where Vashtor would fit in, and that's where you could put Bellicor, for example, who's that undivided.
But yeah, for to clarify, the ones that I've listed as being not on the roadmap are Grey Knights, Death Guard, World Eaters, Thousand Sons, Chaos Demons, Chaos Knights, Drukhari, and the Leagues of Votan. So if I've missed any in there,
Say Death Guard?
I've not put Death Watch in there because they ain't getting one.
They ain't getting one. They got an index, an updated one. Woo!
I reckon we won't see Grey Knights at all until next edition.
Well, they made a point of not saying that they weren't getting the Death Watch treatment.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought.
But I think they're going to be part of the next release.
Maybe.
Box set.
edition.
Yeah.
Well, look, if they are
No,
going to be
'cause they
like
already had
giant
one
cunts
recently.
and
That was the big box with the Thousand Sons and Grey Knights
Yeah.
box set.
Yeah, but I'm
yeah,
talking
but
about
that
the
wasn't
11th
their
edition.
codex.
No, but that was a
Demons.
box set. So usually they bring
Demons
out a
and
box
Grey
set.
Knights.
Sorry, go on.
Complete.
Demons and Grey
completely
Knights.
new Grey Knight models. Primaris size.
Primaris size.
They've already done Castellan Crow. They've got him. He's bigger than all the Terminators he leads around. So
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous.
Just wants to be a big
Oh.
man. Eh?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do I don't think Castellan can put go with Terminators.
No, but he's taller
He's
than
taller.
them, that's all I'm saying.
That's why
Yeah,
he
I
can't
know.
get it. He towers over them. All right, let's move on to another part of our regulars part. We talked about a little bit about the release, and we'll talk more about it after our break when we get into the meat and potatoes of the conversation. But first, let's talk about hobby progress. I was going to put Atom first, but he doesn't have one.
Me?
Yeah.
I did glue up Fabius File for
Yeah.
my day one of Christmas, and
Yeah.
then I've worked a bit on my... But it's nothing
Figures,
to
wow.
put the photos.
Yeah,
There's not enough.
No, I got excited about the Grotmist for Death Guard, so I assembled all my leftover infantry that I hadn't assembled. But I haven't painted anything. Moving on. Radio Mike, did we get anything for you? Oh, I think this Marine you had last month.
Yeah, I don't know. In the last, it's hard to draw a line where 1 month end and the next starts. I was just hitting random stuff. I built my armor through the ages and painted them in early heresy and pre-heresy colors, and
yeah.
I don't know what else is in there. I was working on some Chaos Dwarf Blood Bowl players, and I was working on my Spirers.
You didn't share any of that, so thanks very much.
I mean, I did
for the
share a
restart.
bunch of them over the last month or two.
Yeah, I think we got them from last
I wasn't
month.
here last month.
Yeah, so we did it for you. Yeah. But Anthony's got some stuff.
Do?
You do? You sent me photos.
Yes, I did receive the new Blood Angels Death Company box set for my birthday from myself. I'm a good bloke like that. So I'll be madly painting Death Company. So I'll have many Death Company. I'll be able to field an entire Death Company detachment, which is really cool. And someone did give me a $50 voucher for my birthday, which got me the Blood Angels Captain. Love that figure. I think it's awesome. I will have to buy it again and put a jump pack on it as well, because Blood Angels shouldn't run. I got gifted also some Underworlds from Not Safe for Work Mark for my birthday. And I painted them up, and they're very cool. I did try to do a glow effect. I'm not sure if that worked or not from the lantern. It's maybe a bit harsh, but anyway. But look, as well as that, I've got a pile of unpainted Terminators, a pile of unpainted Death Company still coming, and I've been putting together some Necromunda police officers. I don't know what they're called now. The Enforcers, is it?
I just
Palatine Enforcers?
Yeah, I'm going to use them in my Inquisition army as the police and that. So
Nice.
That's about it. I do have a few boxes to paint, which is actually nice. I have a little pile of grey shame at the moment.
Pile of potential. Positivity. Yeah, so it was only 2 weeks since we last recorded the last episode, so it would have been impressive if we had a lot of hobby to show off. But we do have battle reports. Who would have thought that happened? That's right, we do! First one is... Oh gosh. That is Iron Hands versus Chaos Knights. That's my Chaos Knights. Ouch is probably the best way to describe it. I got absolutely smashed. I think the score ended up being 44 to 11. No, I think I got 18 points. I got 18 points. Yeah.
28 painted models. Come on. Short.
I have an issue with the 10th edition at the moment that there is too much lethal and devastating rules out there that every man and the dog seems to have it, unless you're a Chaos Knight. And that's what killed me. The lethal and the devastating was just every time I got shot, I was dead. It's just game. This is pre-detachment, the new detachment for the Chaos Knights. I did try some Nurglings for the first time, but yeah, just got a shot off the table. I think I had one model left at the end. I did make it to turn 5. And for me, I get excited when I make it to turn 3. So, woo! So yes. Battle Report 2, please don't let me look at it anymore. It is your homemade game, Anthony.
Oh, yeah. So, this was Retrieve the Data game that I made up. So, there was 5 objectives around the table, which you had to go and stand on and retrieve data from. You could do it every turn, but there was a chance it was going to blow up and give you mortal wounds. So, you went up to it and you did an action on it, essentially, and you retrieved the data, and you rolled a dice, a d4. I was actually using one of the old sustained hit dice, so it was
Nice.
1, 1, 2, 2, 3 jam
Yeah.
dice, and the jam was the explosion. So you could get up to 3 VP or victory points per turn standing on the point, and yeah, it was good fun. So it was Chris's Iron Hands versus my Blood Angels. It was a draw in the end, and only just because I remembered I slayed his Warlord. That was a victory point at the end as well. It was pretty close, pretty tight. I did wipe out his horrible plasma gun unit, which I dislike intensely.
6 inches now. So, the
Hey?
Hellblasters.
Oh, I can't stand
I
those
can't
units.
stand the Hellblasters either.
I'm getting 2 of them.
I've got a unit of 5. I think I need a triplet.
Yeah, it just Overwatch brutal. You shoot them, they shoot back at you brutal.
And then you put a lieutenant in there.
They could Overwatch.
Yeah.
They could overcharge, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, it came down to it was 18 to 17, and I went, I slayed the Warlord, damn it! So I got a draw out of that, which was good.
Nice.
It was a fun little game, just a scenario. I'm finding the objectives cards a bit repetitive, so I was just trying new things.
Fair enough. And then you and I had a game. Chaos Knights versus Custodes. Trying out the new detachments. So I did try the
Ironclad.
I can't remember now. The Fiefdom. So I did actually have some cultists and traitor guardsmen running around, which I will do again because I actually scored secondaries.
Yeah.
So that was good. But
And
then
it was really
I was
fun watching
against
you destroy your own
Custodes.
force.
Yeah. So the scenario we had was kill one, kill more. So it was made it easy for Anthony to kill a whole squad of mine because I killed half of them when I used the special ability. And I failed, so D6 die. That's 5.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
I think it was very chaosy. I really enjoyed it. It was fun to watch. I think you wiped out more of your own guard than I did.
Yeah.
It was pretty close.
But it was close. It was only
was
the closest I've been with the Chaos Knights, so something must have worked, or something really didn't work for you.
We both had some really interesting rolling turns.
Oh god!
I failed to wound with all my Land Raiders in turn 3. And I got 1 wound from my Caladius Grav Tank. Whereas first turn I brought down a Knight in 1 turn. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a bit swingy, but I mean, I got early objectives. You stomped on. I think turn 4. You got everything. Like,
Yeah. It was a big turn.
You came back.
Yeah.
But it was a fun game. I didn't know who was going to win until the end. I think it was just
9 points in it.
turn
in the
5.
end.
I was pretty much done. Yeah.
That was good. No, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a good game.
And we do have a game on tomorrow night, folks. If you want to watch that one, stay tuned.
What am I facing?
At this stage, unless the Librarian Conclave gets updated on new recruit, it will probably be Thousand Suns with their new detachment. But I'm quite keen to run some Salamanders at the moment because I haven't played Salamanders since the Christmas battle earlier this year.
See, that's another new detachment that I think is cool because there hasn't been like a way to run Blood Ravens. And like having a librarian focused detachment means that you can play a librarian focused chapter.
Oh yes, because Blood Ravens are Thousand Suns who didn't turn to the
they're Thousand Suns.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, because they're the Raven cult, but they didn't want to turn to the bad side. So, can we join you? Yeah.
I do love how GW have tried to argue that's not what they meant, and it's like bullshit. That's what you wrote, guys.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious, but thank you for coming. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the battle reports. That's the hobby progress. Now we get the exciting unpaid small break, just to give us a chance to go and prepare for, what did I call it before? Meat and potatoes. And if you're vegan, this is not the podcast for you. But we're going to do it.
I'm half Irish, so that is I'm all about that.
So I got another Scarab beetle just attack me. So apparently I need to play Thousand Suns just because of all the Scarab beetles that are attacking me. Just got to cover my drink up. So it's just a freaking huge one. Just landed. Anyway, let's have a break if I can find it.
when people look at it.
What were they looking at, Michael? That sounded weird.
I know everyone looks at the Space Wolf, but I think that the Thunder Warrior looks better.
Oh, I get a lot of comments about the Thunder Warrior, actually. So there you go. So because we did show him last month when you weren't here. You can say, look what he did. Move on.
And I commented on the Thunder Warrior looking awesome.
Yeah, see? We'll look
yeah, I
after
do
you.
like him. He looks better now. Like, the picture you guys would have had last podcast is the old one. That was before he got his washes.
Oh,
Well,
there is a new one. Ooh.
Well, I'll have to wait till next year. Alright, folks, so this is it. This is the big part. This is us looking at GW and asking the question, what have you done for me lately? Quick review. What have they done for us lately? Have they done well overall? And then we'll break it down from there. As an overall pass mark, overall meh mark, or fuck, these guys again.
Pass mark.
Pass mark?
Yeah, I'm thinking pass mark.
I feel like I should give them a pass mark. I want to say it was lower, but there has been a lot of other cool stuff.
Yeah, so I think we need to have the 40k goggles on tonight. Because that's our podcast. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's like didn't like there was like multiple video games and stuff came out as well for 40k.
Yeah, and big
Like-
we got Rogue Trader.
Yeah,
Space Marine 2.
like Rogue Trader and Space Marine 2. Like,
Yeah.
they give you some leeway.
That is true. Whoop. Just heard a weird
And you-
noise. Am I
And
still
you also got the new secret level episode, which was awesome.
It's too short.
I know, but
It was very
awesome.
short, and it felt very derivative of the older Astartes shorts.
I agree, because that's what I feel. Is that, what if they got this guy, the Astartes guy, because that's where he works there now. So I felt the same.
But I think
It was cool.
Yeah.
because they're trying to make Warhammer more upfront, more bringing it into the digital realm. That's what I feel. That's past because of that. They're trying to bring it no longer, you can do the hobbies, but it's more digital.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from. All right, let's talk about the digital side of Games Workshop. We, as mentioned, Rogue Trader, Space Marine 2 on the PC games. There are other games, I'm sure. Speed Freak, I know, went free after, I don't know, it was a poor release, but it became free. I'm addicted to the bloody mobile game. I can't even remember what it's called.
Tacticus?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I've got to get my points.
Yeah, we're going to do our dailies. Excuse us just a sec. No.
What level are you now?
It's inappropriate. I should talk about that on the I got to wait for it to boot up. I think they've looked after us well on the electronic side of things, the gaming, the PC gaming side. There's Space Marine 2. Oh my god, how good is that?
Yeah.
Don't know. Haven't got it yet.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
I've tried playing it. My computer doesn't cope.
Where do I find what level I am? 29.
Oh, I'm beating you. I'm 30.
Oh. I got more characters. Anyway.
Probably.
They also updated Darktide to have a PvP side of things like that.
That's a bloody good game. Jeez, I love playing that game.
Has that new Darktide thing come out, or is that a thing they've announced that's coming out?
It's out. There was a really big update
cool.
just recently. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing about it, but I find that Darktide, Space Marine 2, like multiplayer online games don't go well with my computer when I want to play them.
Yeah. I don't like just pure deathmatch, which is what the Space Marine 2 is. I don't know. It's like there needs to be more to it than just deathmatch. Especially because I'm shit.
One of the things I tend to prefer is a decent single player because I am a bit of a basement gamer a chunk of the time.
Yeah.
And like my gaming time never lines up with anybody's gaming time. So,
Well,
Yeah, that is the problem I run into.
I love games. I've played
I'm
lots.
just lining up to play a game on Monday night. Oh, the baby's crying again.
It's
Every
amazing.
time.
Yeah. Usually when you're losing, yeah.
Oh, you noticed.
Yeah.
eventually he'll move out, and I'll get my gaming time back.
Yep. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So,
You can tell I'm a single player gamer. I've got fucking like couple of 100 hours in Rogue Trader.
Yeah.
I still haven't tried that at all. So there you go. Yeah.
Apparently,
One of those games where I finished it and immediately started a new playthrough.
Yeah, I need to do up another playthrough of that.
Right. So
I was like, what if I did that again, but as an asshole?
Alright, so look, they've done more releases for Gladius and Inquisitor, so there's been other releases for that. So I think they've looked after the PC gamer, the mobile gamer as well, and other... What are those stupid people called? No, I can't call them that. Console players. There's
That's what I mean. I think they're trying to go to the digital, get the newer generation playing it in hopes that they'll want to start painting their favourite armies. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
It's if it's a money spinner, it's worked for them.
Yeah, well, so much so for Space Marine 2, they brought out a board game of with Titus in it. Dark Tide has the board game. Titus has a box set. Yeah.
There's been some weird cross-promotion with some of the video games.
Yeah.
It's less weird than the old Total Warhammer 3 ones, where they started being like, buy these almost out-of-production models for the characters from Total Warhammer.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but you can't use that model for anything.
It's just memorabilia, mate. Come on. All right, so what about Warhammer Plus?
I don't know. What about Warhammer Plus?
I mean, the 3 Tives videos were pretty good.
Yeah, actually, those were really cool. I found them on Plus.
But there has been a lot happening there, really. I mean, it's not you're not really getting much from it. I mean, I don't expect a video release a week, let alone.
Well, they do, because it's the painting, the Master Shop painting and the lore, which I couldn't care about because there are so many other different YouTubers that gives me that. I don't need to pay money for it from
the
GW.
Lore Masters isn't bad. I mean, it's okay. It's something to listen to. But yeah, I don't know. There needs to be more action storyline videos there, and it's not
so
happening.
compared to what it was 12 months ago when we looked at it and said, has it still
It's a bit
The app
Sounds it.
the app builder is getting better.
The app builder is great.
Yeah, it's so good.
And I pay the subscription for the app builder and that one model we get per year.
Yeah.
Oh, this year they had good models, didn't
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I keep thinking. The number of times I look at it, and I'm like, I'm kind of tempted to get it just to get the fucking model.
Yeah, that's the whole point, I think.
Yeah, they're pricks.
Yeah.
I got that model FOMO.
Okay, what about... They have a habit of bringing out limited release models, such as the Sister of Battle one with the fleur sword. Even the Red Gobbo at ridiculous price point. They've got a few
Provisionally prepared, the diorama.
Yeah. Good or bad? These good things.
I always miss them. And, there's some of those I'd really, really like, and you just never get a chance to get them. They're always sold out beforehand, or
I really wanted that sister one, but that was gone before I got my hands on it. Yeah.
It's like the Christmas detachments, man. They all sold out like fucking instantly.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then appeared all over eBay.
it does sound like they're going for that whole like artificial scarcity kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, it just feels like it's just feeding the eBay stores more than actually helping
This is the problem
hobbyists.
we've complained about every year.
I know.
Like, scalpers are still a problem. They haven't solved it.
That is true.
Although they do occasionally say, we're just going to let people order as many copies as they want and we'll make them to order.
Yeah.
And that's good, but it's, annoying as well.
Yeah. So, room to improve?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Make it too accessible for the people who really want it for their armies too. I mean,
Well, you have these releases like the Blood Angel went on pre-order for 2 weeks. But these limited editions, yeah, if you miss on that one Saturday, you're done.
Yep. And it's usually at 2 a.m. in the morning for us when it starts.
Yeah.
So.
It kind of sucks in a way. Yeah.
And like some of like the special little, diorama style models, they're cool, and I would be more supportive of them if it felt like there was a decent number of releases for the codexes that came out this year.
I'm good.
It's like we were looking at the list of all, like the picture of all the models, and I was like, there's a lot of like one-off diorama things in there as well.
Yeah.
But half of the codex has got one model.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem a bit light on models because, I mean, usually you would get a codex release and you'd get a bunch of stuff dropped.
Yeah, like normally you get some new releases with your codex. Like the Gene Stealer's got one new model.
Yeah.
The Custodian's got one new model.
Tau got a lot, but they were all Kroot.
Yes.
Tau got a shit ton, but they were all the Kroot, which everyone hates.
They're awesome looking models, but yeah.
They
look
good.
amazing, and I think the Kroot are cool, but I mean, most Tau players I know don't like Kroot.
Well, I think that the weird part was when they brought out the Vespid Kill Team kit. I went, okay,
Yeah.
the other unit no one plays. What?
Well, that's one thing that I do like about what they've been using Kill Team for, and why I do bring up those releases for 40k, is because they use Kill Team to release the little things like that.
Yeah.
But they put in like that one Kree unit, and they put in like the Vespids and that kind of stuff. I think that's cool because it means we get cool stuff because they have the ability to do a smaller release of it in case it's not popular.
Yeah. Striking Scorpions. Love the models. Their rules have sucked since I can remember. But yeah. Well, there you go. Kill Team. That's something that seemed to have put a lot of effort into this year. There's been a lot of new models come out. The Night Lords got their own run. We've got Striking Scorpions. What else did we get? Didn't we get...
Hey, that's a good point. Yeah, our new models collage is only non-Kill Team models.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a lot there. And they even re-released Kill Team, did they? Yes.
Oh, they always re-release Kill Team constantly.
All the boxes are re-released as well.
Yeah, it's got hieroglyphs now.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm excited about it. It's a game I feel like I should be playing more of, but never play. Same with Necromunda.
I've bought a lot of Kill Team boxes, but...
Well, Necromunda had a lot of little one-offs and stuff like that as well this year. The extra characters. Was that the desert outside the Necromunda Hive? Was that this year?
Oh, no, Hive Secundus.
Yeah.
Was the stuff that came out this year, and that is the other hive that got turned into a nuclear wasteland because it got infested with gene stealers, so they nuked it. And so a bunch of kind of like they're kind of doing like little expansion packs. So you had like Necromunda, and then you had Ash Wastes, which is all vehicles and shit, and now you've got like Hive Secundus, which is kind of like survival horror vibed.
Yeah, I thought when they brought out the vehicles, in my head I'm going, well, that's not Necromunda, because all I think is you're running through the hive. You're not driving a vehicle through that. Yeah, I just thought that was weird. But yeah.
Well, Ash Waste was a thing back with the old Necromunda, just only in like Citadel Journal.
Bring back the
they
scabies and I'll be happy.
Gorkamorka.
Gorkamorka, love that game. That game was... Yep. They also brought out a new Age of Sigma, but we won't talk about that. Cool. Alright. Events. Any words? They've ran a few events like they always do, LVOs and stuff like that. We don't usually join in that because we're too cool, apparently. That.
I used to like it when they were in a global event that everyone could get involved in.
Oh, they were good. Even though they were predetermined, but they were good.
Have they done one since like Chronor?
No, I don't think so.
No,
No.
that was
because
fun.
Chronor was
No,
cool.
Wasn't the Space Marine
Psychic
Tyranids
Awakening?
was one? And the Tyranids actually won? Wasn't that?
Oh, there was, when Tened came out, there was some kind of
Yeah.
thing, wasn't there? It was like the competition for who gets the first codex, and the Tyranids won.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't even an event, though, wasn't it? That was just submit your numbers and we'll count them up.
Yeah.
I don't remember any real event stuff to that other
No.
than just
Yeah, it wasn't like
popularity
Type 13
contest.
where you had like a mission that came up for a certain amount of time
Yeah.
and stuff.
They were good. I remember those. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
those. Bring it back, GW. Listen to us. We know
Yeah.
stuff. There seem to be more reports this year of cheating in tournaments. Did anyone notice that?
The dice in the toilet, wasn't there?
That was
So
another
huge.
one. But there was
I mean,
one just recently as
We
well.
we actually heard about it, so yeah, there was more reports than usual.
Yeah, because there was one just recently, and there was the one that was the big... What's the really, really big one? Is that LVO? The really big one? Where the guy
I think
was
so.
just
Is the
not,
LVO?
not playing his rules and moved something when he should have moved something, and that was on the grand final recorded and stuff, and that was a big
Oh,
drama.
wow.
Yeah. So he got caught out.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that there was one where he was literally like recorded breaking the rules,
Yeah. So interesting time.
which is a big dick move, I will admit. Just walking in front of the camera and just fucking cheating in
Yeah.
front of the camera.
Join us tomorrow night when we're going to stream our battle match.
Where I will be cheating.
Are
I
you
don't
bringing
know my
orcs?
rules.
It's not
Orcs,
cheating if you're an
look.
orc.
Orcs, as long as it's in purple writing, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
Alright. Should we talk about our favourite models and our most not favourite models? Yeah. Alright, we could do that.
Sounds like the time.
I'm going to try and press buttons to see if I can get this right. Oh, let's see what happens. I pressed a button, nothing happened. Excellent. I pressed
Ooh,
that
digital
button.
technology,
Press that
digital
button.
technology
Alright.
at its best.
We're here. We're on the right one, am I? Nope. Look away! Alright, we got there. I found it. I found the button. Alright. Favorite model. Start there. Michael, what was your favorite model that was released?
My favorite model was the Inner Circle Companions kit
Why?
because they're cool. Just they're like big, Primaris Dark Angels with like all the cool Dark Angel shit, and like the older marks of helmets, and they got fucking sick two-handed swords. They're just a cool kit and they're fun to build. I bought 2 of them and just sat down and built them all.
They do look very
And I
nice.
want to buy more of them and keep building them, but I probably shouldn't.
They do look pretty cool.
Yeah. Anthony, what about you?
My favourite was the Blood Angels Captain that was released. And look, there was a lot of Blood Angels released this year. I really like Astrov and Lamatis and the Sanctuary Guard. But I think the Captain just really had the proper look about a Blood Angels Captain to me. He's really, really cool. And it was a really good model to paint and get ready into a game. And he did well against Adam's force. not brilliant.
Fight first. Don't
He didn't
same
have-
as the.
No,
Well,
he
or
didn't
your
have-
own. Yeah,
Sorry,
he doesn't.
nearly
He also
all
had
out.
cover.
Yeah,
I think you should
cover.
play Tiddlywinks or something.
Yeah, he's covered. I think he's just determined not to get best sports person. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still voting for you, Adam. Just to
We're going to
spite
vote you, yeah.
And then all it's going to be is something just says cover.
Yeah. Mark, I didn't get what you said for yours.
So my favourite model of the year has to be Lieutenant Titus,
Oh, you'll have it for a different reason, though.
because he looks like he's about to slip over. It is a silly reason, but it's mine.
Yeah, I don't have an image of that one, so thanks for that. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I did post one. I mean, come on, no, I think
No, well, obviously I missed it.
It's in
But
the
yeah,
chat.
at a certain angle, he does look like he is having
he
a bit
looks
of a
like
tumble.
his tactical rock is about to slide out from under him, and he's gonna sort of topple over sideways. And I'm waiting for someone to green stuff that into a banana or something like that, and that would be fantastic.
I'm trying to get it for you folks so you can see what we're talking about. So just bear with me one moment and I'll find it for you. For all the people who are listening, you just have to wait and imagine.
It is in the Discord.
Yeah,
chat.
I found it, and I'm getting there. It's all about
Yes.
filling in the blanks. To tell us more about Titus. Why is Titus so popular?
Well, because he's a protagonist in a video game of some note.
I've got him. He's up. He's there.
Yeah, and there he is in all his almost falling over glory.
Yes, for our listeners who can't see the video, Titus is standing kind of at a slight, like 15 to 20 degree angle, like his head is directly above his right foot as he leans to the right.
Yeah.
He has a tactical rock that his foot is on, and his other foot is lifted up in the air, and
it
looks like he's going
clearly
over.
supposed to be running and kind of lifting the chainsaw to attack, but it kind of just looks like he's fallen over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The expression on his face gives it away too. Ah!
It's kind of like I'm
He's
gonna
pulling
go.
this. The Codex does not approve of this action.
What was
Face.
in that stim pack?
Does he have special release or limited release?
He's in the game. Box
It was
set.
in his own game.
Yeah, in a
His
little
own box set game.
Yeah.
I think he was asking what is the model? Is it a limited release?
You have to buy as a box set, I believe. So it comes with some Tyranids, Termagants and stuff.
I thought he didn't have rules or something.
Oh, he does have rules now. He
does.
now
Does
has
he?
rules.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
Grotmus gave
they
him
released a
rules.
detachment with all the Grotmus stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I know for a while he was literally just an ornament.
Yeah.
He was a lieutenant.
Yeah. All right, Adam.
What
was
buy him
yours?
and turn him into a blood angel?
Oh, mate, I've
My-
looked at it too, and it's all going, it's slippery rock, but I still want it as a salamander.
I love him. Very cool.
My favourite has to be the orc with firing off the squid.
Squig.
Yeah, the squig.
Yeah, I thought you said squid.
He's-
It's got a squid gun.
Squig.
Yeah.
Squig.
Big stabilizer.
Yeah.
And because everyone loves orcs, and it's just so stupid, the big gun, and he's going to be rolling a 5 to hit, because he can't hit for squat. My worst
they're
one.
called
No,
Votan now.
not talking about worst. We're talking about favourites at the moment. We'll get to worst.
Yeah, but that is my.
Just calm
that is my
down.
favourite.
Calm down.
I'm sorry.
So my favourite was the sister with the flame, the fire. I'm really upset I didn't actually get a copy. I thought that model I just went, I want this model. I want to paint this model. I'm excited. So anyone's got one and wants to send one my way.
That was a limited release.
That was a limited, and that was sold out before I get my hands on it.
Yep.
Is that online only? So you've got to log on, buy straight away.
It was online only, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hate that.
Yeah. So I was very disappointed, but that was definitely my favourite model for the year. It was the first model that made me go, I want this. I don't play Sisters, and I don't care. I want it. And I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I was also tempted to pick it up, even though I'm not entirely sold on the sword itself.
Yeah. I think it's fine. It's fine. All right, now we can talk about our most disliked. Hate is a strong word. Come on. Most disliked models for me.
Least favourite.
Least favourite. That indicates it's got a favourite ranking. It's definitely not there. I have two that I can't tell which one's worse than the other, so I will let someone else bring something up, and hopefully I've got an image of it.
All right, I will bring up one of his two.
Yeah.
Fucking Inquisitor Cotiaz.
Yes, the Wallace and Gromit wrong pants model.
Yeah, I really like Cotiaz. He's cool. I own the old one. This one looks terrible. I'm kind of hoping that it's badly photographed and that it looks better in real life, because that looks really stupid.
It's just.
I think a loincloth will fix that model. I think it really just needs something in the front to hide his underpants. And also, I think if you are going to paint it with the underpants out, they should paint it bright red like Superman.
It's
I'm trying to
Inquisitor
work out how
Man.
to Sculpt him so he's got his fists on his hips.
I've converted my own Cotiaz from a Grey Knight Space Marine, so I don't need it. But I like the Eagle. I'll get it for the Eagle.
Even the eagles is a weird choice. So why just did they have it on the shoulder or on his arm like normal? It's just
Because
Like
now-
it was.
Yeah, I think it's because they wanted to make the eagle. They're like a token, aren't they, for his rules? I can't remember.
I don't
it flies out and does something for you.
know. Oh, takes out someone's
But-
eye.
It is
So they can't look at
interesting
his
that
pants.
they've had like a genetically modified eagle to actually be the Aquila.
Well, he always had a two-headed eagle.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was always two-headed.
Yeah.
and they always fought
Yeah,
with themselves.
Yeah.
I do find it interesting how he appears to have gotten Botox, though.
What, in his legs? Sorry.
No, like, you look at the old one, and he's
Yeah.
wrinkled as fuck. Like, he's got this massively creased forehead.
Yeah.
And then you look at the new one, and he is a smooth boy, and he has hair.
I just think his
You're
legs
like-
are just too big. I mean, they're just... There's something about they are the wrong trousers.
They are the wrong trousers. The Wallace have got the wrong trousers. I cannot unsee that since I heard that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, he's
I do
right.
want to see it in the. I do want to see it in the flesh. I mean, as Michael said, you do get some pretty ordinary photos.
Yeah.
So hopefully-
Yeah, the way the model's kind of positioned, it makes his legs look bigger than they are. Like, because his legs go all the way up to his hips.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's for sure.
Which makes it look a little extra goofy.
Yeah.
I think it probably would look better if he like had the hammer up on his right shoulder and was kind of leaning the other way.
Yeah, maybe.
It also looks a little extra stilted because of the way it's standing. But in person, it might look better, and they've just photographed it like idiots.
Well, guaranteed he won't fall off his strategic rock with those legs. So.
No, he is definitely
Oh, nasty
stable.
pattern, that kind of thing.
I mean, he is fighting demons. He needs big, sturdy legs to fight demons. You know.
For when he
I mean,
shoots
it's
himself. Sorry.
It's a big hammer he's got. I mean,
he definitely put his ass kicking pants on.
and boots, yeah.
Yeah, I that is one of my least favorite models of this year. Absolutely.
It's one of mine. It was one of my choices as well, but
Yeah.
I didn't choose it.
There is another one.
I reckon if you gave him like a big, impressive helmet or something, it would increase the height of the model and fix it a little.
Just the eagle on the shoulder, as Greg said
Yeah,
before. I think that would have balanced it.
What was the other one? Unless other people. Adam was trying to tell us what his hated model was. So hopefully it's the same one.
It's the Chaos Space Marine.
I didn't have the picture of that one.
It's like the exalted champion. He's got his axes out. He looks like just a Slave of Darkness champion.
Yeah.
It just looks like it's remodeled from Age of Sigmar. That's just me.
No, it was a weird one because I didn't realise he was 40k. Until I had.
To be fair though, the Slaves of Darkness models are fucking sick, and a lot of them are better than the Chaos Marine releases.
Yeah, but it's just, yeah.
I'm looking, folks, for the people who are watching. I'm trying to find it. No, too bad.
I thought the idea of doing a Chaos Space Marine army where the horses were the big metal demons they ride on, and do those instead. I think they look cool.
It does remind me of like the early 2000s where half the guys I knew were converting Chaos Marines from the plastic Chaos Warriors, just like sticking a backpack on the back and giving them like a bolt pistol in one of their hands.
That works. What's wrong with that?
For the berserkers that I gave Adam.
Yes.
I'll have to add the image in post.
Yeah, I just put backpacks on them and gave them chainswords and bolt pistols if need be, but most of them have just got 2 hand weapons.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people back before the Berserkers came out were doing it with the a lot of the Khorne models.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back to the other model we think is in here. Yeah.
I haven't had mine yet.
Your most hated.
Hey?
Your
most hated.
Most disliked. Yeah. I was leading to it because I know what you least.
Oh, okay. I'll shut up then.
No, you go. You go. No, you tell me to shut up. Gotta hate that model.
I decided I had to vote for something that I had an army for, so I did vote for the Custodes captain. There's just something proportionally wrong with that figure.
He is a
He's been
chonky
on the
boy.
beers. His helmet's disappearing, his chin's, his neck's gone. I don't know. It's something really wrong with it.
He's been raiding the kitchen.
Yeah, that was going to be mine too, actually, because I saw that and I was like, what the heck?
I have seen this one in the flesh, and it really.
Yeah. Like, I feel... Because I don't actually think he's as wide as he looks.
Yeah, he's really.
Like, I think it's just because he's, like, kind of really got this, like, arms up to the side kind of pose. It makes him look... He's, like, doing the whole looking bigger to scare away the bears kind of thing.
Yeah.
But with, like, you know, looking that chunky, he's just going to attract bears.
I will get him eventually for my custodians. But yeah, I don't know. He just.
It's the proportions, you're right.
I was really hoping it was the photograph, but I don't think it is. When you see him, he's like, really.
Not that there's anything wrong with being chunky. It's just a weird looking model.
I mean, I think it does make sense for because he's one of the black cloaky kind of guys, isn't he? Like, the really defensive custodians who are, you know, it makes sense for them to be bigger and like they're like, I'm going to stand here, you can't move me, fuck off kind of guys, as opposed to the.
Look, you could see a buddy movie with him and Cortez. It'd be great with.
Chunky
one guardian who skipped leg day, one inquisitor who doesn't know what arms are.
Yeah. So overall, I think they've done well with the models. If basically out of the 5 of us, we agreed on 2 of the models, and we had our one out live, which I totally will see where he's coming from, because as I said, I didn't think it was a cast 40k model at all until I looked closer, and
But I love that model. If any of you was going to convert me to chaos models, I'd be like, oh, I think that's really cool. But I do like the idea of the, that they are.
Well, looking at it, it's pretty similar to one of my old.
The old armor.
Go on, sorry, I overspoke.
I didn't hear what you said. Yeah, I'm finished.
He does look very similar to one of the older Chaos champions I have. So it just looks a bit more updated. But
yeah, I was thinking that. Reminds me of the Axe guy.
Yeah, I've got that guy.
Yeah, same.
Pretty sure I got that guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that guy. Talk amongst yourselves. No, I'm confused. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, there was a couple of models that had a mixed reaction this year.
That one.
Like, there was a lot of people who got really mad at the Sanguinary Guard.
Yeah, there was. There was a lot of hatred towards the Sanguinary Guard, wasn't there?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
A lot of people got really mad that they took the wings off them.
I really like those figures. I mean, I've got my own Sanguinary Guard already, but I will get those and turn them into... I've forgotten what the Blood Angels detachment with the spears was in Heresy. Stormbreakers? I'll paint them up as Stormbreakers. Just to do something.
Yeah, I think they look really cool, even if they don't have nipples.
Yeah, but they're pretty cool figures. I don't like... I must be... I didn't like any of the Blood Angels helmets for the Sanguinary Guard. Or the Sanguinor. The Sanguinor one made him look a bit like a flying gorilla. Don't know.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah, it is terrifying. Not very angel-like. But I think I'm not averse to head swaps and printing other things up and stuff like that, so it doesn't really worry me. I'll use different helmets. I've got a lot of spare Blood Angels icons and stuff like that, so I'll just build them up and make them look a bit better. But I did get a file for 3D printing the wings for Sanguinary Guard, but I haven't gone that far yet. I haven't even got the new ones yet. I will get them eventually. But I have got 12 of them already.
Yay.
Blood Angels got a lot. They got a lot. I mean, I guess in terms of Blood Angels release, I think the Dev Company release was a bit lackluster. Didn't have all the the red crosses on the arms and on the plates and stuff like that. They were just using the standard jump intercessors packs. But again, I had lots of spares, so I've put crosses on all of mine and done them up that way, because you can just buy them individually on eBay anyway, so that's how I did it. But mostly, I'm stoked with this year. They've done really well. The Blood Angels Codex is just the best one for ages. if they play like they should. They're fast, they're brutal, and they're mean.
I'm really looking forward to the next Christmas battle. Yay!
But that point you make about the Death Company, a lot of people complained about that with the Deathwing Knights because the Deathwing Terminators, because that's the same. Like they're just the Terminator box with a couple of little extra bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I think that's the path they're going to go down because they're releasing, specific chapter spurs for each.
Well, they have done that
one.
before because I remember picking up the Salamander one and outrageously overpriced, but yeah.
Yeah.
Salamander.
I got 5 of them. I think it was 5 in the box set, the Death Company box set. So I've got heaps. Just I'm not going to be making that many more Blood Angels. It'll be odd ones or twos here because I did post all my Blood Angels up on my Instagram the other day, and there's a lot of and there's a lot more to come still.
Make sure you do follow Anthony on Instagram at
Bulldust 40k.
Have you hit 900 yet?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Yay! Then we're next 1,000.
Yeah.
We want 1,000 next.
Yeah, 1,000 before Christmas. It ramped with the Blood Angels release. It just went it went through the roof. It was crazy. It was, I was getting 500 likes off a single photo, which I usually get 100. So
that's huge.
So it's Blood Angels are very popular.
So if you want to be a social media star, pick the right army. So.
Not too late for you, Greg.
Well, I got all the Space Marines grey ones will be turned into Templars, so that's probably a bit more popular than Salamanders.
Yeah. Salamanders are so cool.
I know nice.
That. They're good, nice Space Marines.
Just like me, fucking prick.
Man, I was looking at like when I was painting my Heresy guys, I was like, one of the examples Heresy Salamander they have looks so much fucking cooler than any of the Salamander models exist. Like he's like wearing the Mark III armor, and he's got a fucking Aventail made out of Drake skin that hangs down the front.
Yeah, they're the
and he's got like the cloak. He looks so fucking good. I'm like, man, if Salamander models actually looked like that, I'd play them.
They're the Pyroclast models, but they're only available through Forge World. Otherwise, I'd have them everywhere. And with the Drake, the Terminators, I've gone blank what they're called. That's good.
Drake Wardens?
No.
Or is that something else?
That's something else. Come on.
Fire Drakes?
What?
Salamander Fire Drakes?
Fire Drakes, yeah. Fire Drakes, yeah. That's the Terminator squad. Thank you. Yeah. I'd have them in a heartbeat, but not while they're resin and awkward to get. Yes. Alright, let's get back to how we feel about GW. What haven't we spoken about? Covered really good. Yeah, we talked about the media side, the Warhammer Plus side. Sorry?
Grotmas has been so much fun.
Grotmas has been good.
I love it. Love waiting to see what the next day brings. And,
this whole detachments for everybody thing is a cool way to use the advent calendar thing that they've done previously. Because previous years it was kind of forgettable, but this one's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that we missed in the media, did you guys see that they've made noises about Cable's thing isn't cancelled and actually is happening?
Yeah. They've actually finally worked out what they've got to do, and it's actually finally moving forward. As hopefully he stood strong under some of the requirements that Amazon wanted.
Well, he stuck to he wanted to keep the law very strong.
Yeah.
That was his thing.
Yeah. Some of the conditions are just...
I will be curious about how that turns out.
Yeah. Excited, curious. Don't get too excited.
It's going to be interesting.
No, I'm never excited anymore about live action 40k stuff.
I think having Cavell running it, who does play, he does play Custodians, but he's 40k nerd, which is awesome. I love it. And I think he'll drive it forward. And his movies are pretty good. What
Yeah.
I
But
quite
he's
like
always
is
got to
that-
roll as Wolverine if it fails. So
Yeah, that's right.
Calvarain.
Calvary, yes. It's just so right. So,
I have faith in him. He's going to do well.
it's going to do well. It won't be him stuffing it up. Let's put it that way. Grotmus, I've got all my armies. Grotmus, I'm done. Just realised,
Yeah, you did really well in the first week. I was
Yeah.
scouting, it was like, Greg's got everything.
Yeah, I got all my. I don't have a codex on any of the armies, but I got all my Grotmus.
I guess the we had the rules change this week as well. Which
A
we didn't
data
talk
slate.
about.
So how do you think they've gone with a data slate this year? Every quarter, right?
I think it's been pretty good. I think they've been a bit harsh in certain places, but Space Marine's got a good boost, and I think just a generic Space Marine's got a good boost. I love that intercessors now do, if they're shooting the same target with their bolt guns, it's 4 shots. That's what a bolt gun should be shooting. They should be picking off the heretics like they do in the movies, headshot at a time, making them blow up. So I think there's a lot of good things there. Pretty disappointed the sisters.
Well, I was going to say, do you feel at times they're very big with a knee-jerk reaction to tournaments, which affects normal players?
I think.
Well, that's because that's the only feedback they get.
I think that's just
They don't get feedback from casual players about what's good and what's not and what's busted. They only get tournament feedback.
Are you telling me they're not listening to Wobbly Player Syndrome?
Of course they are. They're just ignoring it.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to call you a prick.
I think they've wrote this one a little bit as well. I mean, the tournament showed that some of the armies that they nerfed really hard this time are not doing that well.
Yeah.
The sisters are only 50-odd% wins.
No, they're not. They're winning tournaments. That's why they got nerfed.
They're not.
No, I think he was saying since the tournament, since the nerf, yeah?
No, they got
before,
nerfed in this data slate.
3 months ago, they were doing really well, but over the past 3 months, they've actually fallen quite a lot apparently.
Oh.
So they're not the leading
No,
army.
Okay. We must be reading the wrong, different material.
Maybe
I get all my
YouTube
stuff from
videos.
Truth Social, so yeah. No, they had too much.
I don't know where do I get all my stuff? It's YouTube, Winters, Ozbeck's Tactics. I get a lot from Ozbeck's Tactics.
Yeah.
I like that guy. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, it helps me get to sleep when I can't sleep. It's good.
He's nice voice. Yeah, it's very calming, isn't it? Yeah.
Alright, so with the data slates, it's good that they come out quarterly overall.
Yeah, I think so.
I really like that they've started to do rules updates in addition to just the points updates.
Yeah.
Because the points changes can be a little bit of a blunt instrument sometimes.
Yeah, I think sometimes it reeks of we just want to sell this model more than it actually has a game plan.
I'm sure it still reeks of we want to sell this model, so we're going to make the rules good for that.
Well, they must be discontinuing sisters because my sister's Facebook page, they're just like going, nah, we're going somewhere else. We've had enough. Like, Exorcist has gone up in the last 6 months, has gone about 70 points. It's not that good. I mean, it's
Yeah.
The Exorcist is a barrage thing, though, isn't it?
It is, but you know,
Like, all of the barrage stuff got fucking
Yeah, they did.
hiked.
Yeah.
Like, that was a across-the-board thing.
yeah.
Everyone's
They
like,
keep getting mad about the concept of firing out of line of sight.
Then
Yeah,
why'd
well,
you
they've
give
got
us
to
the
come up
rule?
with
Yeah.
They've just got to get rid of indirect fire rule. I mean, that's
I mean, they shouldn't. It's good. It's a good rule. It's just
It's,
I don't know. I mean, it's like the flyers. You're only limited to a couple of flyers now because they were like, "Oh, we don't really want these in the game
yeah,
anymore."
that was a weird one.
I don't.
Yeah, but you did have people like doing like what was it, the Marine? What was it, Storm Raven spam?
yeah. There was.
Yeah.
It's when people were playing armies where most of the army was off the table at any given point.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that, which really fucked with the game.
You can have a maximum of 3 of any other unit other than battle line. So You can't really spam anything at the moment.
Well, you
Yeah.
can, because I can take 3 Predator Annihilators and 3 Predator Destructions. Okay. They're different names, but there's 6 of them still on the table.
No, aren't they coming under the Predator?
No,
They're still
they got
under
their
the
own data
Predator.
slate.
Because they have different data sheets.
Yep.
That's silly.
I'm pretty sure the rule of 3 is the
The rule
data
of 3
sheet
is the
itself.
data sheet itself, yes.
I mean, if you could name all the Razorbacks differently, then Lascannon,
Gary,
Razorback.
Frank.
Yeah.
I think
well,
current-
no, because a Razorback is still a Razorback.
Yeah. And he's only
They
one
don't
data
have
sheet.
They don't have a different.
But also a data sheet, the Razorback is a dedicated transport, so you can have like 6
I
of
get
them.
As many as you
I
have.
agree. You got the
ships.
Gladiators.
It's wild with Guard, because you can take 3 of each type of Lehman Russ.
Correct.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
good is that?
that gets pretty crazy.
Yeah.
In
So,
a squadron, isn't it? Can't you take 3 squadrons of Lehman Russ?
No, they're individual.
No,
now.
they're individual.
Yeah, they
but you
used
can
to
take
be-
like
But
3
there's
Russ.
50 different variants, so you're gonna be okay.
I'd rather take Lehman Ross than that other royal piece of dung who doesn't even have a bottom. Yeah. I love the fact that the points.
Tell us how you really feel.
So, I just feel when there are vehicles out there that have every gun under the sun that makes it look like an orc vehicle, that is too much. The Royal Dawn is one of those ones, and the Repulsor is another one of those. I go, oh my god.
I do agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of vehicles have got too many fucking guns
Oh my
now.
god, it's just ridiculous.
Especially with the Overwatch, it takes so
Oh my
long to
God.
get through.
Yeah.
And look, I did it in the game recently, and I must admit, but I'm just like, this Overwatch rule's broken. It's ridiculous.
Well, even just shooting, you sit back, if it's at like the Gladiator's got like 40,000 weapons, it's just like, what turn are we on? Turn 1? Oh, I've just fired 1 unit. We've been here for 3 hours already. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people used to get mad about my Bane Blades having too many guns, and they have less guns than
They have
these
less
things.
guns and worth 3 times as much.
I think Overwatch
And can't overwatch.
Yeah, I don't think you should be able to Overwatch with the same unit more than once in a game. I mean, that's
Well, I never understood why Titanic can't overwatch.
well, I agree. It's silly. They haven't
Chaos
got that many
Knights can't
weapons,
overwatch.
but- yeah, no, that's the silly rule.
Yeah.
Very silly rule. But yeah, I don't know. I've lost games to Overwatch
Yeah.
from a Repulsor Executioner that's shooting from the other side of the board and taking out entire systems.
Well, they've changed it so it has to be 24 inches. They have tweaked it a little bit. So
It needs to go back to 12. It needs to be within the charging.
the
distance
same
of
one
the
being
rest of the
charged. Yeah.
Well, even just the support. So if you've got a tank next to the unit you're charging,
Yeah.
I can cope. That's
Yeah.
fine. But I was 24 inches. You're right across the other edge of the board. And it's like, oh, my entire sister squad is just completely vaporized.
Yeah.
And I still have not got that unit into combat at all.
I do
I'm having
love the
flashbacks.
fact that they've made more
Having
Tyrant.
flashbacks to a couple. Sorry,
Sorry, go on.
as I said, I'm having flashbacks to a couple of editions ago when we had that big multiplayer game,
Yeah.
and my Imperial Knight Castigator, Acheron, was overwatching Demon Princes to death.
Yeah.
Like they charged it and it went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did take out Bellacore of Overwatch.
Yeah.
2 6s with the big gun.
Well-
Sorry, Adam.
No, it was not a Lord of Skulls.
No, that was
was
I didn't
different.
Overwatch you.
That was
Lord of
recent.
Skulls to death.
Yeah, that
This
was
was a while
recent.
ago.
Oh, yeah.
I do love
Bellacore,
how
and
they've made more Tyrant. He keep dropping in points, so he's only 300 points, and now they gave him Deep Strike. I was fuck yeah, I'm loving that. So I'm all for the data slate rules. It's good.
Just that one.
Just that one. And all the Chaos Knights are getting cheaper and cheaper. It doesn't help them on the table, but they're getting cheaper. Yeah.
The 3-inch Deep Strike's gone, which
To
I think
6, yeah.
6-inch now. I mean, the Sisters, they've got a detachment, which is the fire detachment. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but they get bonus within 12 inches for
Yeah.
shooting. now they've made it 6 inches, so you can't deep strike within range to use your flame weapons to get the bone,
funny.
or the bonus at all. So it's like, it's just not.
That works.
Great.
I don't know why you're upset about that.
I am upset about that. They're very flimsy. They need to get first strike or they're stuffed.
Sounds like I need to play against it with my cast knight. I might get a win. No.
Nah.
Sounds like they need fight first.
Oh,
Hey?
God.
Sounds like they need fight first.
Hey, the sisters, no,
Yeah.
they don't want to fight. No. Oh, Paragon Wars.
They want to flame everything.
They want to flame everything, and that's what they do well. They do flame well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Play
I know
against the
that.
salamanders. See how that goes.
But yeah, no, I want to build up the penitent host for the sisters and have a whole heap of crazy criminals running across the battlefield. I reckon that would be fun.
All right, I'm going to throw a question at you. What went wrong this year from GW? Ponder. Yeah, got everything right? Excellent. That's very impressive, GW.
I was more thinking, what went wrong that isn't a consistent thing that always goes wrong? Like, the scalpers things and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
lack of releases,
I'd
43
actually
different
go
kits
to the
plus
point
all
of,
kill
with the
team.
releases, making it only GW shops getting the stuff, whereas the third-party sellers have lost stock because they were able to pre-order. Next thing, they could only get half of it because all the rest went to
That is
GW
still an
stores.
issue. Yep.
I think that
that's a still issue. Like, that's been like Leviathan that was happening with,
Yeah, but it's still going on, but it's still an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is still an issue because that's why I try to get my stuff through Gap Games, and they just get such limited stock.
I think not releasing codexes for the end of the year after October.
Yep.
I think they missed an opportunity to get a couple of codexes out, especially around Christmas time. People buy a gift, get it happening. We've probably only got year and a half of this edition to go. Let's get them out the door. They've got them sitting there. They're ready to go. They're all printed, of course, because they have to be. Let's just do it. Give us our codexes before the game ends.
Yeah, like that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Like, there've just been long stretch. Like, there've been episodes of this podcast where I've gone, "What were the new releases this month?" And I'm like, "Surely there was fucking something."
Yeah.
And there's been months where there just wasn't for 40k.
Yeah, and we were just talking about Necromunda or Kill Team.
Yeah.
Well,
like Kill Team or Necromunda or Heresy.
Yeah, it was a
Or
big
even
year
Age of
for.
Sigmar.
It was a big year for Age of Sigmar because the new release, the new Skaven and new Stormcast. So there was a big hoo-ha around them, which would taken it away from the 40k world, bastards. But
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're trying to balance too many game systems now.
they do have a lot.
Like,
Yeah.
Old World has also had like some big releases come out this year,
Yeah.
but also not very many because they needed to fit them in
Yeah.
around all the other stuff.
Even
Like, they still haven't done the fucking Empire.
even Lord of the Rings had updates throughout the year because we all play that.
Yeah, like the three guys who play Lord of the Rings are very excited about that. But
It is their precious.
he says, "Well, one of the few things I painted in the last 2 months is like a bunch of Lord of the Rings figures."
So how do you feel with it with the other two people?
I don't play it. I bought them to use as D&D models.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. What else? Anything else that they didn't go well? Even the Christmas boxes release gone. It's those limited releases. Again, that's a continuing issue they haven't addressed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like you've
the
got
thing is
the
that-
constant.
Like the thing is that while all of this stuff is like ongoing issues, there hasn't been any. They haven't really knocked it out of the park, but they haven't really plumbed the depths of how bad they can be either. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
kind of a bit meh.
Well, that
all
leads to my
around.
next
Kind of the
question.
Diet Coke of years.
Yeah.
Leads me to my next question: is what have they
Not
got
evil
right?
enough.
What have they really nailed this year?
I think trying to keep the balance alive is good. There's some super powerful armies, there's super crap armies. Let's try and balance it more. Don't think nerfing good armies is the way to do it. I think we should be bringing up the bad armies a bit more, rather than knocking our ones down. Because I think that just annoys people. You've got a good army and it's just like, no.
I mean, everything annoys people, though. But I agree with you, like, don't nerf things unnecessarily, but there are some things that you can only solve by nerfing them. Like, when something is really outrageously imbalanced, you can't just bring everything else up to that.
Yeah.
Because then it's just roll who gets first turn, that guy wins.
I'm saying points. Like, just lifting points for the sake of lifting points is really annoying.
Yeah.
You get used to, you go, I want to fill these two things, but now I can only take one. Oh, great, I've just spent $100 on something I can't use anymore. That's annoying. You have an idea in your head of a force you want to run, well, you've got to drop something because it doesn't fit anymore because they've just added 50 points to everything, and it screws you over.
Yeah.
So, hello.
Good night, Daniel.
And I think it needs to be in the rules. I don't think it needs to be in the points. I think the points need to be left alone or not really tweaked that much because 5 points up is okay, but 30 points or 50 points up is
That's looking at the Drakari because I don't know why I torture myself that way. It's Drakari, and I'm just looking at it. Going, the Void Bomber's gone up another 30 points, but why?
Because of flyer.
But the other flying craft didn't go up. So why are you picking on this one?
It doesn't make sense sometimes. I mean, the Sangaree Guard went down, and they're doing really well in games, so they went down 5 points a model. So who knows?
But you're right. I mean, the Scourges also went up in points because everyone runs them. It was like, well, make something else good, so they don't automatically. It's not an auto take. But then that's where Michael is saying, how do you get the balance?
Trying to do.
Yeah.
They want to make it high enough points that it's not an auto include.
Yeah.
I don't think if you're like me, you try to build a list to a bit of a storyline.
Yeah.
You mix the units together that should be together.
Yeah.
And you just can't.
Well, see, and ultimately, you can still house rule if you're not playing in a tournament.
Oh, yes. New house rule at my place for next year. Double one on a charge.
How many model wounds?
How many would you say? D3 model wounds?
D3 model wounds.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I think that's fair enough.
Double one on a
I think
charge.
it sucks if you're an inch away and you roll double ones, you still make it. It's like, no.
I still reckon a new house rule at your place should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 are explosions. But then the next vehicle has a 50% chance of exploding. And then a quarter, a D6, a D3,
We like
and
chain
then,
explosions.
the further it goes, the less chance of explosions.
I would support that. That sounds like an excellent rule.
There you go.
Whatever vehicle, it explodes, and the next one has a 50% chance of exploding, then a quarter.
Your big Chaos Demon exploded. He took out half my force.
Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed that.
But
I can kill stuff.
But you'd sit there and go, right, if I do that, I'm going to attack that tank. That tank's going to explode. No, I'm not going anywhere near that. I'm just going to shoot it and then hope that I'm going to cascade and just annihilate everything behind it.
I don't think the mortal wounds from exploding tanks is that scary. I must admit, it's only, what is it, D3 or D6?
Yeah, but if 3 tanks explode...
That makes it a bit more interesting.
And then,
Look, it does happen. You do see cascades. I saw it in a game once on YouTube where about 3 went off at once, and then the demon exploded, and it just went across the field. They're all rolling 6.
But I reckon we should do that one night and just go.
Well, even if
vehicles explode.
Even if it's a 6 to explode, but what's next is a 5 to explode and a 4 to explode. So that's Anyway, so we've been talking a bit. We've discussed a few things. There's still a Scarab building sitting in a little container here, just loving life. It's great. We do need to wrap it up. So now we've discussed what GW has done for us lately. going back to the first question of the night is, has it been a good year, a bad year, or a meh year from GW? Everyone sort of went, yeah, it's been a good year. Are you sticking firm with that? Or is there a little asterisk next to it now? Michael?
Well, as I said, I started with an asterisk next to it, whereas, like, I guess it's a pass, but it feels like subpar.
Yep. Adam?
And I'm kind of still there.
Adam?
I'm going to say it's a borderline C- to a C.
Fuck you.
You know, it's a pass, but they could do a little bit better. But you got the turn up award, if you know what I mean. It's there, but it's not there.
Mark?
Yeah, it is a pass mark, but it's kind of like the D- of passing. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't catastrophic, but it wasn't great either. So
you haven't kicked us in the balls, but you haven't made us a happy ending.
Yeah.
Anthony, on that note?
To all the years before, I reckon this is one of the best years they've had.
Fucking Blood Angel player.
Rules. they've codexes have come out, not at great speeds, but they are coming out. They're coming out better than they have in previous editions. They're keeping things up to date. They are communicating with players, albeit through tournaments, but as you say, that's the only way they can collect data. I think they've done really well. Look, I think there's a slight room for improvement, but compared to what we used to have, they're actually trying quite hard, I think, and I think it's positive, very positive.
That's fair. If you compare it to a few years, yeah. But for me, I've also felt it's a bit more of a, it's done, good, but what's been done? But again, on my side, none of my codexes are out, so that's going to play a big part for me. I'm still playing index games against the fucking Blood Angel Codex. So, okay, yeah.
Have you played them yet?
Twice. You weren't there. It was good.
So I won then.
Yeah, you still won, damn it.
Is that why I'm on top of the ladder?
But yeah, that's yeah. I felt it's been good. I like the data slate changes and stuff, and it's regular and stuff. But yeah, I felt like there could have been more. I felt like this was almost a gap year for 40k because there was so much focus on AOS and Kill Team and all the other ones. So they just sort of did what they had to, not what they wanted to.
But
sorry.
And it feels like it's good because they didn't stuff up more than they did anything good.
No, they didn't break.
Promotional material. Don't send it to these negative Nancy's. Build us 40k. Send them through to me.
If you want to change the opinions of these negative Nancy's, send them to.
No. Nothing at all for them. I'll look after it all for you. Thank you. Look, I love your work. Love your models.
Oh, look, we're still here. We're still addicted. We're still getting our money. Yeah.
I did make a vow not to buy any models in 2035, so it might be the only way I get some.
We'll wrap it up. We've been going on for a bit, and strangely enough, not everyone wants to hear my voice. So we'll go to... Who would have thought? So we'll wrap it up. We've given it I'm going to say B-, I think, overall. It's a bit above pass, but nothing to write home about. You don't have to hide the report card from your parents, but you're not getting a new car.
Well, you might get something from GW, is that correct?
Yeah, thanks. See? B+.
A-. Oh, another thing. A+.
Yeah.
You might get a Cotiers model.
Yeah, like it's been okay. They've mostly done the right things. They've released a lot of codexes, but the mouthfeel is off. You know,
he should be putting them in your mouth. Really?
Well, when they took the lead out, that's just what I do now.
I was thinking, is this one lead? No.
was about to say, actually, some of the ones on my desk are still the lead ones.
Yeah. So we're going to get out of here before he starts eating them. All right, folks. We're going to say
Where'd I
goodnight.
put that assassin?
We're going to say goodnight to Mark.
Bye, everybody.
Going to say goodnight to Anthony.
Good night. Thank you.
We're gonna say good-
remember me properly.
Say goodnight to Adam.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, make sure you follow us on the show's social medias. Where's our YouTube, Mark?
RLG 40k.
Yeah. I think it's just RLG now. Real Loud Gamers.
Is it?
Yeah. There's a lot more
Is
of
it?
the jump scares that me absolutely packing myself. It's great. One more time, Anthony. Your Instagram is...
Bulldust 40k.
And Adam, your 40k. Your Instagram is...
Pronto 40k.
And you can find me at RedBellyBlack on Instagram. And I will get out of here. Until next time, folks. Be good to each other. And we'll leave it over to Radio Mike to get us out.
Well, James Workshop, what have you done for us lately? Nothing too bad, but it feels kind of like this year barely touched the sides. Although, who knows what next year will bring? Will we get some cool shit? Will we get a giant snake daddy? Of course, you all know that you can join us next month for more Wobbly Player Syndrome.